Alright guys, welcome to the first ever Tesla vlog challenge. Basically with this series, what we're going to be doing is showing the autopilot feature on the Tesla Model 3. This is the standard range plus, 10.2, 2019.40.50. So this is the latest version that's out for Teslas at the moment. And we're going to kind of go off and see how this works with autopilot and what it's like. We're about to be in the 2020 with autopilot, and just so you guys can get a taste of what it's like. It's on-ramp to off-ramp still. We do have the new visualization update that came out 2-3 days ago, so we now see stoplights and stop signs, also arrows on the roads. So there's lots and lots more being added into the Tesla software all the time, which is something amazing about the whole Tesla company and with their updates for their cars. So let's get into a time lapse here, and I will catch up to you guys when we are on the highway. So we now just engaged into autopilot. So this particular ramp that I go on my commute to work, it's you can see it goes slow around these corners here. Like, we're going 25, but it does do it well. It's able to do this. It's a very sharp turn, but it's able to do, you can see it's visualizing very well. It's making the turns. It does go slow. It goes slower than I would go if I was naturally driving the car, but it's still impressive for what it is. I'm going to keep my car set at 70. It's 5 above the speed limit. We also have for autopilot settings, I will show you in 1 second right after we get on the highway here. You'll see this is a merge right here. It can merge fine right there. It stays to the left a bit to make sure that there's no cars. And now we're going to merge onto the highway here. So make sure the car uses its turn signals so that it already has lane change confirmation. So it has on automatically to change lanes without confirmation. Let's go over the rest of the autopilot settings now that we are on autopilot. So navigate on autopilot automatically will be enabled. That's what allows the car to change lanes automatically. We have speed-based lane changes on mild. I really feel myself driving the car. I know a lot of people use average or Mad Max. If I want to move, I'll hit the blinker and tell it to move, just because it moves a lot faster right now in the software update we're on, where if it's just the car making the lane changes, it's still a very slow change. So I'd rather hit the signal and it almost immediately goes. That's what the required lane change confirmation is off, allows the speed-based lane changes. And then lane change notification, I just keep it on chime because vibrate makes the wheel shake. I really don't feel the need for having that to happen. But I mean, autopilot's been great. There was a glitch in the last software update that would basically keep you in the passing lane, meaning all the way on the left. And with that being said, it now seems to be fixed, because if I sit in that lane for too long, it does kick us out. It brings us back over automatically without me having to require a lane change. So they're definitely doing good with the fact of staying on with the community. It's like, okay, this is a problem, let's get this fixed. And they've been good with fixing all stuff like that. I also want you guys, while we're getting this little autopilot challenge done, what other features of this car would you like me to see? I know there's games in this car, different stuff with autopilot, things you want me to test, smart summon. I mean, I have the hardware 3, so luckily I do have the software that's the latest. I mean, the hardware that's the latest to work with the latest software. So a lot of people that aren't on hardware 3 don't have all the visualization updates, meaning they don't have the new road marks with the... See, that's odd. See, we were in a lane that was continuing on the highway. It did signal. I guess if someone was behind me, but that was a bit odd. So between having the hardware for stoplight, stop signs, and left and right signal on the painted on the road, that's a huge new feature of really pulling towards full self-driving. So you can see now it wants to move over because that car's going slower up there. So it wants to move over preemptively to get us to just go past him without riding up on him. We can be in the other lane. And even on having it on mild, it still does move over early. Most normal drivers would just go right up behind that guy like, oh, he's going slow, move over real fast. So Autopilot does drive a lot safer than, especially, I'm in New Jersey, so I mean, a lot safer than most drivers. So you can see it wants to get over here again to get around this truck up here, and we'll keep going. But please let me know whatever videos you guys want to see me doing with the Tesla. There will be a huge video. I'm not sure when it'll be done, but I'll be wrapping the car, and there'll be a whole video on the wrap job and everything being done with the car. I'm working with a couple different shops right now to see what we can do, and we'll kind of get that going as soon as possible, because that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to kind of leave the color as a mystery, and I'll maybe put a poll on one of my future videos on what you may think or want the color to be. So let's see if it's gonna bring me out of this passing lane now, because all right, exactly. So as soon as I said that, it was reading my mind. It's good timing, so it wants to get you over, because you're not supposed to just sit in that passing lane like that. Got some police over on the other side of the highway there on the left. Come and pull me over. But pull Autopilot over, man. I'm not driving. So now we're about to get off the highway here. I really love the way this car does this ramp. It's more well coated than some other ramps. It gets on and off very well. So it moves over. We're about a half mile out, so it moved over. That's pretty good. That's actually really good in my opinion, because this used to move over on, like, when I first got the car, it'd want to get over about 1.5 miles to a mile early to get off for this ramp. So getting over half a mile, that's a good amount of distance where I think it's kind of perfect. So it's going to move over into the lane automatically to get off, and it automatically will start slowing down the car, so we're not running onto this off ramp going 65, 70 miles an hour. So it's already slowed it down to 45, 40, and navigate on autopilot's now off. It has done its job. It brings me right to the exit. Guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to comment down below what future episodes of Tesla content you guys would like to see. Have a good one. Peace.